Psychological insights on human attraction and relationships. It's fascinating how complex human relationships are, especially when it comes to interactions between the opposite sexes. Some psychologists argue that it's nearly impossible for a man and a woman to remain just friends without other feelings creeping in. In fact, research suggests that a woman becomes more attractive to a man when there's a certain level of ambiguity, when she's not entirely sure how much he likes her. This uncertainty seems to add an intriguing layer of allure. Let's talk about love and how our bodies react to it. Did you know that when someone is in love, their pupils can expand by as much as 24%? This is just one of the many subconscious signals our bodies send out. On a related note, mimicry is a fascinating behavior in human psychology. When we're attracted to someone, we often find ourselves unconsciously mimicking their actions, a clear sign that we're paying attention and are emotionally engaged. Now, consider this: when you grow close to someone, you might find yourself hearing their voice in your head while reading their texts. It's as if they've become a part of your inner world. Speaking of inner worlds, when it comes to long-term relationships, people tend to prioritize an attractive face over an attractive body. It's as if our minds are wired to look beyond physical appearance when seeking a lasting connection. Interestingly, it's psychologically challenging to remain just friends with someone you've fallen in love with. It's like trying to walk a tightrope with no safety net. Eventually, something has to give. And here's another tidbit from psychological studies. A crush generally lasts a maximum of 4 months. If those feelings persist beyond that, it's no longer just a crush. You're likely already in love. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about body language. When a man finds a woman attractive, he may subconsciously puff out his chest, flex his muscles, or adopt a posture that makes him appear taller and stronger. It's a primal instinct, an attempt to signal strength and vitality. And here's a fun fact. Hugs that last over 20 seconds trigger the release of oxytocin in the body, a hormone that fosters trust and bonding. It's no wonder that couples who share moments of genuine laughter, even for just 10 minutes a day, often enjoy stronger relationships. When it comes to attraction, studies have shown that men often find fit legs to be the most attractive part of a woman's body. This might explain why so many men seem to notice legs first. But what's even more interesting is the social aspect of attraction. If a guy really likes a girl, it's almost impossible for him to keep it to himself. He'll usually tell his friends all about her. Ever noticed how holding hands with someone you love can make you feel better? It's not just in your head. Research shows that it can actually help alleviate physical pain, stress, and even fear. But here's a word of caution. If you're always the one initiating texts, there's a good chance, 90%, to be exact, that the other person isn't as interested as you are. First impressions are crucial. Within just 5 seconds of meeting someone, you've already formed a lasting impression based on 3 things. First, how they look. Second, how they sound. And lastly, what they say. It's a harsh reality, but appearances and tone often speak louder than words. Love is powerful, but so is anger. Interestingly, it's almost impossible to stay angry at someone you truly love. If you're still angry after 3 days, it might be a sign that love isn't as strong as you thought. Love can leave an indelible memory, one that's difficult to erase. But it can also bring pain that no amount of time can heal. The more you talk about someone, the more you may find yourself falling for them. And there's a scientific explanation for it. When lovers gaze into each other's eyes, their heart rates can synchronize, a beautiful example of emotional connection manifesting physically. Symmetry is another fascinating aspect of attraction. People tend to prefer symmetrical faces because, on a subconscious level, it's believed to signal better genetics. Here's something you might not know. A woman's tears have been shown to reduce testosterone levels in men, which can actually diminish sexual arousal. It's a biological response that reminds us of the deep, intricate connections between our emotions and physical states. After just 34 minutes of conversation, a woman can often tell whether there's potential for a long-term relationship with a man. This intuitive sense of compatibility is something that develops quickly. Men, on the other hand, often find themselves attracted to women who possess bone structures similar to their mothers. This might sound a bit odd, but it ties back to a sense of familiarity and comfort. Interestingly, women find men more attractive when they see other women smiling at them. It's as if they're subconsciously validating the man's appeal. Relationships can be fragile, especially around the 3 to 5 month mark, which is when many couples are most likely to break up. Voice plays a significant role in attraction, too. Men with deeper voices are generally perceived as more attractive, potentially because a deep voice signals maturity and strength. And did you know that simply looking at a picture of a loved one can help relieve pain? It's amazing how strong the power of love can be. Expressing gratitude towards those you love isn't just a nice gesture. It can create an immediate surge of happiness. But here's a piece of advice. Never marry someone who's had a close relationship with your enemy. Trust is the cornerstone of any great marriage, and without it, love can't truly flourish. Finally, happiness is contagious. Studies have shown that being around happy people can lift your spirits, making it hard to walk away from someone who radiates positivity. It's no wonder we're drawn to those who bring joy into our lives. They're simply irresistible.